April 9th, 1915. How much worse could the war get? In just 8 months, we've seen the frightening destructive power of new artillery and modern machine guns. We've seen the war in the skies and beneath the seas develop. We've seen gas and flamethrowers make their appearance. And we've seen epidemic disease and millions of refugees on the move. So how much worse could it get? I'll tell you in one word: genocide. I'm Indy Neidell. Welcome to the Great War. Last week, we saw the Austro-Hungarian army grimly trying to hold on against the Russian juggernaut in the Carpathian Mountains. The war in the skies and beneath the seas had claimed new victims. Bulgarian Turks had invaded Serbia, and the Russian cavalry had held off its German counterpart far to the north. It was really in the mountains, though, that the worst of the fighting had been taking place, and this week was no different. The Third Austro-Hungarian Winter Carpathian Offensive had ground to a halt in late March, and the Austrians were now playing defense, and not playing it very well. The Russians were pushing them back down towards the Hungarian flank, and things looked grim for Austria, but just when it seemed darkest, German reinforcements finally arrived. Now here's a quote from German General Erich Ludendorff. In reading the deceitful reports from the Austrian General Staff, the Austrians are not really fighting against numerical superiority. The officer corps is incapable of resistance. The Austrians retreat without battle. We will support them or be beaten. Because of the Balkans, we cannot allow them to be defeated. That was, by this time, a quite common German perception of the Austrian military, that Germany was going to have to keep bailing out their ally if they wanted a victory of any kind. So the newly formed Beskiden Corps, organized specifically to fight in the frozen mountains, was sent to save Austria's bacon. Under the command of Georg von der Marwitz, they arrived in the nick of time, where the Russians advanced along the entire front on April 4th, Easter Sunday, penetrating the Rostoki Pass. Their front lines actually reached Hungarian territory, 5 miles from the foot of the pass. 30 miles away, just south of the Carpathians, the Germans gathered, and on April 6th, launched their counteroffensive, capturing 6,000 Russian prisoners on the first day of battle. The Russians were pushed out of the Varava Valley, and the Austrians had a few days of breathing space. But still, at the end of the week, on April 9th, the Russians held the entire mountain crest from Dukla to Usok, over 100 kilometers long, and they were again pushing forward. Here's a side note. On Easter Sunday, unarmed Russian troops climbed out of their trenches on one of the Austrian fronts and presented gifts to their opponents. Some German troops attempted to